Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. I can't believe it, but it's time for tarot scopes already. This is the tarot scope for December for the sign of Cancer. Um, our little crabs, our beloved crabs. So, we'll do the astrology first. So, on the 1st of December, um, we have Neptune moving direct, and for the Cancer, that is happening in the fifth house of your self-expression, your feelings, the things that you love, your children, your creations. Um, and so there's almost like a mass appeal for that. So what you have to offer is greatly needed at this time. And if you put it out there, it is going to come back to you a hundredfold in ways that you can't yet imagine. Um, and that's really, the energy of Neptune that can bring that in. Um, it's the wave, it's the wave, the rising of the wave. Um, so we have the eclipse, which is a new moon, right? In Sag for you. Sagittarius is your fifth house. Cancer. Let me see. Sagittarius is your sixth house, your house of health. So you have to watch your health this month, Cancer, because it is. You just need to be more careful with your health. You need to rest. You need to do what you need to do to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Um, at this time. At this time. So that's got to be part of your thing, right? You have to do your good work and you have to take care of yourself. Absolutely imperative for Cancer. And that again goes, it's not just now, it's not just December, that'll go into next year. Next year. So there's that. We do have Pluto and Venus conjoining for the first of 3 conjunctions, because shortly that happens on the 11th, and then on the 19th Venus goes retrograde. It'll be retrograde till the end of January, and its whole retrograde is in Capricorn. And for you, that's your partnership house. So this is like hard work through partnership. Hard work through partnership. Um, then we have the full moon with the moon in Gemini, and the sun on the galactic center, like really pulling in that galactic energy. Um, and that for you, Cancer, is in your 6th and your 12th house. So there's a surge really of healing energy for you and through you. The sun goes into Capricorn, and so there's a lot of there's a lot of there's a lot of energy A lot of energy in that seventh house. Um, and then an illumination around issues of fairness. Um, are you pulling your own? Are you pulling your own weight? Are you doing enough? You know, that kind of stuff. So that's something that comes up for you as well. We do have the Saturn Uranus square that happens on Christmas. That is that is a that is something that is going to break. That is something that is going to break open. Um, and it's not necessarily completely disruptive. I mean, it can be disruptive in a way that it doesn't mean that your house blows up. It's just that you sometimes you could get an inundation of energy of some sort, healing energy, an energy of expansion. Um, because, you know, at the end of the month, um, Jupiter is going to go back into Pisces. And for Cancer, um, that is their ninth Cancer first, the ninth house. So there's so much potential in this time. I think that's really what I'm trying to say. There's so much potential, and it's going to come out. And some of that potential disrupts the status quo. But it still needs to come out. It still needs to happen. It's too much repression. Too much repression. And people do not want to be repressed anymore. Things are going to come out. And we have to be aware of that, and we have to be ready for it, and we have to be smart about it. So, and so that is going to be for Cancer. The houses, so Uranus is in Taurus, which is Cancer's 11th house, so friends, and Saturn is in Aquarius, which is your eighth house. So it is a square between like it in a way opens the floodgates to help support the structure to actually help people. So that's interesting that I said that. But that's what the energy is kind of about. Remember, the United States is a Cancer country, right? So everything I'm saying about Cancer is the United States as well. So you could kind of look at this reading like that. So I'm going to use the Crow deck. I love this deck. I tried to use a different deck for each card, for each sign, but I didn't bring enough decks up. But I love this deck so much that I probably was going to use it anyway. All right, just do a quick little shuff here, and then I'll feel like it's good. Yes. Okay, cool. All right. We have the Three of Cups. Celebration. Victory of a sort. Everybody has their own cup. Everybody's cup is full. They're celebrating. There's a little debauchery in this card, but not like the debauchery card that somebody got. One of the readings got. One of the other signs got. Just a hint of that. Um, but you know, it feels good. It feels good to celebrate. What's crossing it? The Hermit. Being afraid to get out. Being afraid to get out. You are, you know, Cancer's a homebound. Um, Cancer's a homebound sign anyway. They like being close to home, and they don't really need a lot of. Um, they don't really need a lot of stress to want to like just like go back into the shell, right? Like just want to hide out. That's the challenge to the joy. Underneath we have the Seven of Cups. There's something that you have rooted. It's like you've rooted something on the basis of something that was just a fantasy or a dream. It wasn't really a thing. It was maybe in your imagination. In the past, we have the Four of Wands, celebration, wedding. So in the past, there was joy, there was happiness, there was getting together. In the sky, we have anxiety, nightmares, a lot of anxiety. That's not good energy to be out there, really. And but also, you know, it's an energy that generally is associated with anxiety that while there may be reasons for it, it doesn't have to be as bad as we make it. So, you know, if you think the world is a dangerous place, dangerous things can happen to you because that's what you think the world is. And so that's what the world comes at you as. But if you come at life with an idea of, I'm going to plug into the abundance of the universe and the power of love and expansion of our hearts and our consciousness, you know, then that is amazing. So, expanding your heart and not being in fear um, is important. In the immediate future, we have the Eight of Cups. This is this is about turning your back on something you've put a lot of effort into, and just saying, you know what, it's not spiritually fulfilling anymore. I can't do this. It can be an abandonment issue. There can be some abandonment here. And it could just be the abandonment of a project, a well-loved project, but it's just like holding you down. And it's time that you move, you know, you lighten your load a bit. How it's seen from the outside. The Tower. Destruction, downfall, illumination. the domestic situation, the King of Cups. This is the this is the hardworking father who loves his family, who makes sacrifices for his family to a certain extent, sacrifices his freedom, sometimes sacrifices his feelings, um, so that the people he loves are taken care of. That's the energy in the domestic situation. Um, there is opportunity for healing and in the home, and there's opportunity. Um, so the home is a safe place. Home is a safe place, um, and it's safe because you have a lot of love in it. Because the things that you love that you should let go of, even, are still things that you love. So there's a lot of love around you, and there's a lot of support at home. And so time spent at home is time well spent for you, Cancer, which is kind of true. Um, but I think there needs to be a balance between um, having home be that nurturing place for you as opposed to just being a prison that you're in because you're afraid not to be at home. Hopes and fears, we have the Lover's card. It's choices. Will I make the wrong choice? That's a lot. That's a fear for everybody, right? Did I do the wrong thing? Did I make the wrong choice? No, you made a choice, and you have to, you go down the road of that choice until another choice is another, uh, road sign. Oh, pointing in a different direction, right? So you do that. You go in that direction. The outcome is the High Priestess, of course. Our friend, the High Priestess. I think she was in the Leo or the Sagittarius reading as well. This is, connecting with spirit. This is faith. This is, the High Priestess it's a fine energy. It's a fine, fine energy, and it comes straight from source. And so that connection to source, to be able to make it understandable for us as humans. Underneath, we have the Devil reversed, letting go of an addiction. Or we could just look at the Devil, because that would be addiction. I don't really read them reversed. But, the Devil could be knocked off his feet. Is that necessarily a bad thing? I don't know what the Devil card reverse means, actually. I should look that up. Because I don't do reverse meanings. I rather read contextually. The Three of Wands. That's creativity. And the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a kind of a Cancer vibration also. So, I feel like this Devil card in this particular reading is more about manifesting and not greed and not avarice or none of that, but being able to take your spiritual knowledge and actually make something of it, create something on the physical plane. That's what's his name did, right? Rudolf Steiner. And then the thing burned down. Um, he did that. He physically brought his message to the earth. He built a church for it and everything, and all this other stuff. Um, like a master magician almost, to bring the energy to the earth. Tesla also, these brilliant people that just like are bringing in a new technology or something that seems like it's from another planet. Of course, it probably is. But yeah, so I mean, this is an interesting reading. I mean, it seems to me that what people may seem as a disaster in their eyes doesn't end up being a disaster at all. Um, one thing I want to say, it took me a long time to really come to terms with the fact that Donald Trump was a necessity for us to get where we've gotten. And while I don't really like him as a person, um, I do have compassion for the child within him. Um, but I also, you know, want to stand up to that and say, no, put a line. You can't do that. You can't treat people like that, you know, or you can't break that law. You just, a limit, a limit. Um, and with Saturn and Aquarius, that limit is the limit of what the people are going to allow. Because, it's a collective sign. It's a collective sign. So that's what I want to say. So for all you cancers out there, have a great. Oh no no, I can't. I have to do the other card. I want to do the Celtic Tree Oracle card. I almost forgot. Jeez, I'm gonna do that. I love the Tree Oracle. Okay, what do I do with it now? I love it so much I can't find it. Oh, here it is. You heard that expression, a house of cards. My whole my desk here is literally a house of cards, one deck on top of another, and some of them are slippery, so it could be very bad. So we're doing a Celtic Tree Oracle for the sign of Cancer for December 2021. I love this little deck. I'm glad I found it. I've been looking for it. I had the book, and I'm like, where's the deck? Where's the deck? I actually had it in with my gypsy. I have these gypsy cards. Um, they're really cool, and they're really accurate. Um, but it's like a whole setup. It's more of a personal thing. Yeah, I think it's time to pull them out because I found them with these. All right, that'll be my personal reading. You ain't gonna see it, even though I'm a Cancer. What do we have? What do we have? You. Oh boy, this is a powerful one. Um, I believe the U is the shaman stick, um, or the wand like a shaman would have, or maybe a bow or something like that. Where is the book? Hello. Oh, I put it back here. All right, you, 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 YEW. All right, come on, you. I can't believe I can't find it. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I know it's right in front of me. I just can't see it. Let me look over here. Um, I-O-Ho. I-O-Ho, you. Oops, there we go. The easiest place to find the yew tree is within the ancient cemeteries. In all truth, any particular yew may be far older than the cemetery that surrounds it. Crownhurst Yew in Surrey is reputed to be at least 1600 years old. This capacity for age is given the yew by its peculiar form of growth. Its branches grow down to become the trunks of separate but linked growth. In time, the central trunk becomes old and the insides decay, but a new tree grows within the spongy mass of the old and eventually cannot be distinguished from the original. So the yew is representative of great age, rebirth, and reincarnation. The yew is the fountainhead of youth in age and age in youth, the new year that is born from the old, and the new soul sprung from the ancient roots in seemingly a freshly new body. It says, in Breton legend, the tree is said to grow a root into the open mouth of each corpse buried in the graveyard. The root is a symbol of rebirth, with the spirit being reborn much in the same way as the tree itself is reborn. It says, choosing yew tree places you in direct contact with your past. Your spiritual strength is renewed, and your life is given fresh vigor, and you are able to understand through the wisdom that was always there, but that you may have forgotten or ignored what was, is, and always will be. So, powerful cards, Cancer. Powerful cards. So we'll see what happens, right? Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe. I do readings. I know you, many of you know that, but I don't mention it very often. So I figured let me mention it. Um, and I will be raising my prices at the beginning of next year. Not very much, just a little bit here and there. I need to come up with some money to cut the tree in the backyard down um, that fell over. I want to keep some of it and make stuff with it, and I don't want to just, it's not about getting rid of it, but it's about like seeing if we can keep, the spirit of the tree in the yard with things that we can make from the tree. But, that takes some money and some planning and, so, and it's going to be a project, so a long, long project. Um, so I'm going to need help with that. But so if you want to get a reading at the 2021 prices, you can just purchase a reading now, and you can get it, anytime in the future, in January, February, whatever. I will, I do have some availability in December, but I like to keep it kind of open because of the holidays. But I can, fit you in. So you can only ask, right? So if you want to get the price, at the I guess, the old price, you can do that. And they're great gifts, actually. I love working with people who, um, maybe they didn't think much about astrology, but they was maybe a little curious, and opening their minds up to, the possibility of what you can see. Um, when you resonate with the stars. I mean, that's pretty cool when you think about it. Resonating with the stars. What star are you? Who are you? What's your potential? How are you manifesting that? How's it working for you? Is it working? Great. Is it not? Well, maybe we can look at another way to help it work better. More in alignment with who you are and at a core level. It's nice. It's nice to get one. So, just go to my website, thesiegeoftransformation.com. I'll put all the stuff in below so you don't have to look too far. Plus, I'm going to be time stamping these because not everybody's interested in the reading. Some people are just interested in the astrology when I do these. So, I will see you again next month, January 2022. Promises to be a doozy. Yes, sorry. Would we expect anything less? It's been a lot of really awful things have happened. And it's time for something really good to happen. And it's going to happen. And it's going to be so astounding that some people are going to mistake it for a terrible thing, and it's not. There's a big healing coming. There's a big healing. It's here. We're it. We're grieving the past, letting go, and looking, to a new future that has to look different than what we had in the past. So, all right, guys, take care. Much love. Namaste.